Good afternoon. Welcome to It's All Black and White TV, and this is England versus Switzerland pre-match show. But before we get into the show, if you do like what you see, please do smash the like. It does help the channel, so please do give it a thumbs up. That'd be great. If you're new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe. Come be part of this great community we have here. On the way to 1200, also hit the bell notification. That tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows as well. If you do want to become a member, it's 99p. You can do that by clicking the join button. Also, if you want to make a donation into that chat, clicking on the dollar sign, all money reinvested back into the channel as well. Right, so England v Switzerland today in Dusseldorf. Look, it's not going to be an easy game. Switzerland have played some good football. Got a draw with the Germans, draw with the Scots. They're beating it. Italy side 2-0. Let's be honest, that Italy side was very, very disappointing indeed. So look, it's going to be a tough game, but let's get into some comments because the comments are coming in. Mason says afternoon. Good afternoon, Mason. Hope you're well. Yamin says afternoon. How are you? I'm very well, mate. Hope you're fine too. Bia says afternoon, everyone. Come on, Switzerland. Let's smash Southgate. Come on, Bia. Support England, mate. Come on, let's have England getting through. Let's hope it's a Swiss roll at the end of the day and we roll them back to Switzerland. Hello, everyone, says Mad Mag. Good afternoon to you as well. I mean, look, rumours are going around that he's going to play with a back three. So if he's going with a back three, the possible team lineup, although it's not out officially, the way I'm looking at this team is we're going to play with a back three of Walker, Stones and Konsa. Two wing backs. Left wing back will be Saka and Trippier, right wing back. So Trippier going back to the right, which is his natural position. Then there'll be the midfield of Minu and Rice. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Then you're going to have 2 10s playing together, Foden and Bellingham. And then up front, you're going to have Harry Kane. So that's sort of how Switzerland play. They play with a back three. Remember, he'd done this against Germany in the last Euros. Matched Germany up and we beat them. We haven't seemed to have clicked yet, but today could be the day that we click. And if we click today, we win this game. We will win this game. Everybody keeps going on saying how bad England are. Yes, we haven't played well. But look how bad France have been. Let's be honest. France haven't even scored a goal from open play. England have scored 4 from open play. France have scored none from open play. So look, France scraped through against Portugal last night, all because Joe Felix at the post of these penalty. So let's be honest. France aren't exactly setting this tournament alight either. So, I think we need to cut England team a bit of slack because the French team are not playing as well either. And I think we're playing probably slightly better than the French, if I'm honest. I think we are. Again, I'm surprised the French team haven't clicked. They just haven't clicked yet. Like the England team just have not clicked. That's all. The game against, Germany game last night and Spain was a very good game. And it happened to be our former player, Mikel Merino, who scores a winner for Spain. How I would love to have him back at Newcastle United, Mikel Merino, because I liked him at Newcastle. But obviously the fat cockney wanted to sell him on, make it profit. BS says, I can't see him changing anything other than the suspension. Man doesn't even change his hairstyle in 30 years, says Bia. Well, he is supposedly going to make a change in formation. He has said there is going to be some changes. I just hope if we are winning, I hope we see I hope it'll go positive. I hope he brings Anthony Gordon on. I want to see Anthony Gordon have a go in this tournament, not just for 1 minute. I want to see him on that pitch for at least 20 minutes. Get him on. He can cause a danger to their defence. Even Sky put out a video on YouTube saying, why isn't Gordon in this? We need Gordon in that team. Everybody's crying out for Gordon, not just Newcastle fans, but neutral fans are as well. So he's got to change something, Gareth. He's got to change something, and hopefully we'll change something. And let's see if we can get a better team and a better performance today. We know Bellingham's cleared to play today. because UEFA gave him a 1-game suspension, suspended for a year, and a £25,000 fine, which, to be fair to Jude Bellingham, is nothing. It's probably one of his sponsors, and he can probably just say, oh, there you are, there's the money. But come on, UEFA, what the hell are you playing at? The lad's just scored a goal. He's just scored the goal that's kept us in the tournament, you know? And not only did he score a goal, but he scored a great goal. And he went on a celebration. He's a young lad. He's 21. He's young. You know, he's got overexcited about the celebration. And just because he put his hand down by his bollocks, and he gets, and they're looking into, why? And it's just pathetic from UEFA. It really is pathetic from UEFA. And, they really need to look at other things. I mean, it wasn't like he had a political message or anything like that. Yes, okay, it goes against, okay, fair enough, it might go on decency laws or whatever. But come on, is this the way we're going to go now? Goal celebrations are all going to be looked into now. We're going to have to, players are going to have to be careful how they celebrate now. Yes, we've saw the Demiral for Turkey suspended because of his celebration. But then his celebration was political. So that's why he was banned for 1 game. And there is people up in arms over that saying, well, hang on, how comes he gets banned but not Bellingham? Because it was a political one. But Bellingham's wasn't political. It was under the Decency Act. But look, he'll learn from this Bellingham and he won't do it again. We know he won't do it again. If he does something like that again today, he's suspended. So, he's not going to be that silly now. Mad Max says, if you can't do it, don't do it. Yeah, but probably at the time, Bellingham wasn't aware of that being, he probably didn't think it would have been any problems doing it. So, it's like when you do score, you can't sort of celebrate because you don't know if VAR is going to chalk the goal off. Last night, in the 2 quarter-final games, we saw 2 English referees taking charge of the game. So we saw Anthony Taylor do Spain-Germany. He booked 17 players in that game. Nearly broke the record of 18. Or equalled the record of 18, I should say, which I think was against Turkey and Czechia. And we saw Michael Oliver do the other game, France-Portugal. Bellingham won't be bothered with the money he'd be on. No, absolutely not, Mason. That's the thing. He's probably got a sponsorship or something he'll just pay the 25 grand out of that and say, there you go, pocket change. He's on TV in front of millions. You can't be doing that. Kids are watching. Manager's fault. Wouldn't do it if he respected Walkgate. Well, look, he did come out and he said it was an inside joke with some friends in the stadium as well as, the players and that. And look, we know he shouldn't be doing it. But he probably didn't think he'd done anything wrong. But where the Turkish lad did the Turkish player did a political one, that's different. I understand them banning him for that. Maybe because Bellingham's apologised and he comes straight out why he'd done it. Maybe UEFA's shown a bit of leniency towards Bellingham. Yes, I know a lot of people are saying, a lot of non-English fans are saying he should have been banned. But why do you want to ban great players, If he'd gone out and done a Zidane, headbutted someone, then yes, he deserves to be banned. But look, I think he'll learn from it now and he'll move on. He's got this hanging over him for the next 12 months. So whether it's in a friendly or a World Cup qualifier game, if he does any sort of celebration that breaks the rules, he will be banned for 1 game. So, we've just got to wait and see what happens on that one. The team news should be out in about, 15 minutes or so. So we'll find out, and we'll find out who's in and who's out. But as I say, I think looking at the team news, we think that's the team we're going to go with anyway for England tonight. Look, Will we beat Switzerland? We should be. We should beat Switzerland. Look, they've played well, Switzerland, let's be honest. Shares had some good games for Switzerland, and he's had a couple of stinkers as well. He scored the own goal, didn't he? But look, it's going to be interesting. Trippier up against Share. There was rumours last week that in the tunnel, as the players were coming up, as the players were lining up, Trippier went up to Dubravka to shake his hand, and Dubravka ignored him. If that's the way Dubravka wants to go on, well, the sooner we get rid of you, the better. At the end of the day, yeah, you're on opposite sides in the international game, but you're club mates at the end of the day. At least have some respect, Martin Dubravka. At least shake Trippier's hand. There's no need for that. You see it going on the tunnels all the time when they're playing in the Premier League. Goalkeepers give each other a hug and things like that, Just pathetic if that's what Martin Dubravka's done. Mad Max says, ban would be harsh, but being dealt with fairly. Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, look, it's fair enough. He's, at least he hasn't been totally banned from the game. Shall I screamer an extra time to knock England out? Wouldn't surprise me, but I'm confident England will win today. And I'm confident we can beat the Swiss. Bia says, Switzerland 3, England 1. Southgate is to blame, they never replaced Sol Campbell. I mean, the only criticism you could see, he could have took Jared Branthwaite, who's a left-footed defender, who could have played in that back three, no problem. Konsa's right-footed. But there again, look, Konsa came on last week and played all right. When we went to a back three last week against Slovakia, we actually looked better. So it's not all doom and gloom if we play in the back three. So we just gotta wait and see. That's all I can say. As I say, we're just awaiting of the team news coming out, and then it'll probably be confirmed that is probably the team that I think it will be. So if anybody's wondering, the team would be Pickford in goal. It'll be a back three of I would say Walker, Stones, and Konsa. 2 wing backs, Trippier on the right, Saka on the left, Mainu and Rice in the middle, Bellingham and Ford in his 10s, and Kane up front, if that's how we're playing it. But then he'll change it if things need to be changed, hopefully. I agree, Bia. He should have took Tyrick Mitchell, absolutely. Not having a left back is totally unacceptable. Apparently, Shaw is now fit, and he's fit to start even, but I don't think he'll start him because that's too much of a risk to actually start him. So I think it'll be obviously Saka. But Saka has already said he doesn't want to play at left back. He likes playing right wing. But again, in this tournament, Saka hasn't set the tournament light. He hasn't been that great, has he, Saka? Foden's been terrible as well. When Foden went off last week, England played better without Foden on the pitch. So what does that tell you? There's being fit and there's being match up. Absolutely, there's a total difference. I mean, he's not played since February, and yeah, you've got to have game time. You need game time to get your fitness up. And being match fitness is a hell of a lot different to just being fully fit for a game. Yeah, I agree with that one. I mean, what's people's thoughts on this back three? If you didn't see my video earlier, I put a video out earlier on having a look at Paul Mitchell, our new sporting director, who, let's be honest, that is a massive upgrade on Dan Ashworth. So if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. It's there to watch. I mean, what's people's thoughts in the chat with Paul Mitchell? I think it's great. I think it's a cracking appointment. And it's certainly one that none of us expected. A lot of us were thinking, well, why haven't we got a director of football yet? And who walks in? We get Paul Mitchell. So look, fantastic news, fantastic. In other news, the Premier League are now investigating transfers that have been made over the PSR weekend for the last day of the PSR. So what they're saying is they're looking at our transfer as well. They're looking at Elliot Anderson to Forest. I mean, come on, this is ridiculous. Look, PSR is the biggest pain in the backside. And the thing is, the reason clubs are selling players is so they can get the balance of the books up for PSR, so they're not in the red, so they don't get hammered with a points deduction. That's what it's all about, not getting hammered with a points deduction. It's just absolutely poor the way this PSR goes on. Okay, you can look at Kellyman. You can look at Kellyman going from Villa to Chelsea for 20 million for somebody who's not even worth £1 million, who's only played 36 minutes in the Premier League. You can look at that and say, well, that's overinflated. Yes, it is. But Elliot Anderson overinflated? I don't think it is for 35 million. One, it's great business. Two, with Elliot Anderson, he has played in the Premier League. He has had minutes and plenty minutes in the Premier League. So it's not like he's only played a handful of minutes. He's played a lot of minutes in the Premier League. So, as far as I'm concerned, Masters and the cartel can go and pay off, basically. BS says Paul Mitchell will be good. Hope he gels with Eddie. Yeah, I mean, look, there's talk that Paul Mitchell will be involved in all transfers. Eddie will be taken away from that side of it. So technically it'll be Mitchell who'll be signing the players and Eddie coaches them, which is what you do with a sporting director. I'm sure he will gel with Paul Mitchell, but time will tell. They don't want teams getting around it as it's designed to support and feed the big six. Absolutely, beer. As I say, we've seen it with Ratface. Low balling Everton, thinking, Everton's in a desperate situation for that PSR. So we'll offer 35 million for so we'll offer 35 million pounds for Branthwaite, and then we'll get him on the cheap. It's not going to work. Everton didn't have to sell him, and they don't certainly want to sell him for 35 million. They're going to sell him for 70 million because that's what he's actually worth. 70 million, and people like Ratface, we've got to watch him because, look, he's making staff redundant from where he's making staff redundant. The guy's just a disgrace. The guy is an absolute disgrace, isn't he? But he's the fat controller that wasn't, the fat controller that was involved in our club. I don't like to mention his name, but he's Mark II. He's Mark II, and man, you are welcome to him. And I hope Dan Ashworth enjoys working there as well. Because I feel we've massively upgraded on Dan Ashworth with bringing him into the club, Paul Mitchell. 8 minutes, guys and girls, till we get the official team news. But obviously, I think that's what the team news is going to be. As for Switzerland, I don't know who they're going to be putting in. In fact, the team news is out now. Right. So this is the team. Pickford in goal. Walker, Stones, and Konsa. I was right there. In the middle, it'll be Mainu and Rice. Yep. Bellingham and Foden as the 10. Kane up front, and wing backs will be Trippier and Saka. So there we go. That's the starting 11. So I was right with that. Who was going to play? Don't often get that right, do I? So yeah. So I got that one right for the England team. So we'll get that. We'll get that out now. And we'll pop it on the screen. There we go. There's the England team. Let's hope we see a better display today from England. Want to see a performance. But sometimes it's not always about the performance. It's about getting the result. And if we did get the final, I couldn't care if we played absolute shite in the final and we scraped it 1-0, because at the end of the day, you're winning something. That's what it's all about. Arsenal used to do it, win just 1-0, Um, Players for Switzerland we've got to watch out for. Vargas, who looks good. He scored a great goal. Granit Xhaka's playing very, very well for Switzerland. Since he's left Arsenal, he's playing really well. Akanji at the back as well. They've got Cher at the back, although Cher's had a bit of a mixed tournament. Cher done the press conference with the Swiss manager yesterday, so that was good to see. So I'll see if the Switzerland team's out as well. It may be, it may not be. Yep, the Swiss team's out. They got Jan Sommer in goal. He's a cracking goalkeeper, by the way. We looked at him for Newcastle United. They've got Akanji, Rodriguez, Fabian Cher, Freuler, who played at Forest, Ndoye, Granit Xhaka, the captain, Ibiska, Vargas, Mbolo's playing. He's got a bit of a mixed record, hasn't he? And Reidner. On the bench is Mvongo, Ciaro, Noah Okafor, another player we once looked at. Shaqiri, we all know who he is. Vidma, Stefan, Zuba, Zesiga, Elvedi, Dua, Jashari, Amdouni, Zakaria, Kobel, and Sterigo. So there we go. That's the Swiss lineup and substitutes. Afternoon, Jopadoni. Hope you're well, mate. Look, just under an hour now till kick off. Just over an hour, sorry, till kick off. And we can't wait to see see what happens, see how it unfolds. Well, yes, we'll all be nervous, but let's hope we can grab an early goal and then kick on. If we grab an early goal and kick on, then, happy days. But we need to see a performance today, and let's hope we do see a performance as well from the England team. So that's the team. It's three at the back. We're playing in the back three. And I'm just going to have a look how Switzerland are lining up as well. So we're playing. Well, Sky have got us down playing as a 4-2-3-1. But I don't think we are. I think we're playing with the back three and the two wing backs. Switzerland are playing 3-4-2-1 with a back three as well. And I think that's what England are doing as well. So it's going to be an interesting game. But hopefully, we're the winners. And then tonight you've got Holland against Turkey. Holland, yes, okay, they took Romania apart and beat them 3-0. But let's be honest, Romania were really, really poor, weren't they, Romania? So I think the Turks will be a different test for them. And I think it'll be a difficult test for the Netherlands tonight. Wouldn't surprise me if Turkey beat Netherlands, to be honest with you. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see. We have to win this game first, and if we win this game, then we look tonight's game and think, right, who are we going to play? So we just have to wait and see. Jock Radoni says you have my flag inverted. Switzerland flag. But so what's everybody's predictions? I mean, I know BS said he wants Switzerland to win 3-1. I'm still seeing England's going to win this 2-1. I think England will win 2-1. I think Kane will put we're ahead. They will equalise through, I think, Vargas. And I think Bellingham will score a winner for us. I'd love to see Gordon come on and score the winner. That would be fantastic. That's well said. Fight the power. One thing about the Switzerland flag, it's a big plus. Very funny, B. I like it. Don't be giving anybody ideas like Gallant, maybe. Not as big as the English flag, though. No, it's not, is it? But, So there's the teen years again. Just pop it up there. There we go on screen. Pickford, Walker, Rice, Stones, Saka, Kane, Bellingham, Ford and Trippier, Konsa and Minu. So there we go. I mean, I don't mean Konsa at centre back. He's done all right, hasn't he? So, let's hope we get through. Mark Way comes back in the next game as well. He's a big miss on the suspension as well. He's played well. And it wouldn't surprise me after the Euros if Mark Gay goes elsewhere, because there's going to be a lot of teams looking at him, and not just in the Premier League, I think abroad as well. Gallant has sent an application for his own TV channel. It's crazy. Hi, Pete. Yeah, that's what they're saying, mate. But that's what they've got on Sky. But he's not. He's playing a back three, Pete. That's what he's doing. He's playing a back three with the two wing backs. So they've got it. Sky, you've got it wrong again. They've done that with us sort of last season when Eddie Howe changed the formation. They had us down as 4-3-3, and we were playing a totally different formation to 4-3-3. So I don't think Sky know what they're talking about at times. Hopefully we don't lying down 3 times since we are going to with the puns. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's hope we don't. Let's hope we don't. Yeah, that's what it is. Be a 3-4-2-1. If England score, Southgate will change it to a back 11. He parked the bus. I mean, look, against Slovenia, that 0-0 draw, people said, oh, we were terrible. But look, you had to give Slovenia credit. Look at what they did to Portugal the other night. They drew 0-0 with Slovenia. Yes, okay. Shesko should have scored and he should have wrapped that up for Slovenia. They should have been in that quarter-final last night. But they went through on penalties, Portugal. So it just shows you teams some of these teams that look easy are no mugs at all. But look, I expect us to play better today. I'm hoping to see us play better. We have to up our game today. Say that up our game or go home, simple as. Southgate's 100th game as manager. So let's hope it's 100, not out. As well. Spot on, BS says Mad Mag. Absolutely. Because we know what he's going to do. He'll go defensive. We did that in the final against Italy and it didn't work. We ended up losing that final. We shouldn't have lost that final. I'm still seething that we didn't win that final. But, we just have to see how we do today. And let's hope. As I say, I'm going for 2-1. So come on, England, 2-1. Let's get the next round. Don't care how you do it, as long as you get the result. We get the next round. And then we'll have a look later and see who it is we play. But we've got to get the next round first of all. So we're and at the moment, Newcastle fan who is actually playing who was playing tennis at the moment. This guy here, Cameron Norrie, is a big Newcastle United fan. Obviously, he's currently losing 2-0 in sets at Wimbledon to the German. But it looks like he may fight back and get this set back. So he may actually be, it may actually go to 2-1 in sets. So, come on, Cameron, do it for Newcastle United. Come on, get yourself through this round and get yourself into Wimbledon for next week. He's on a set point now, apparently. I heard Southgate got the sack from Bernard Matthews when he said he was too much of a chicken. Mick, big up and live free, Tony. Absolutely, Mick. You too, mate. I hope you're well. Yeah, so as I say, let's hope Cameron Norrie gets this one and then he gets back into it. Just seeing if he's got it or not. think he's got it. No, he hasn't, not yet. But anyway, let's hope he does it. We would like to see Geordie's do well. Well, he's not a Geordie, but he's a big Newcastle United fan. That's what we know about him anyway. He's up against the German noise still going on, so... Norrie played great against Draper, wasn't it? Didn't know he was a Toon fan. Yeah, Jock Madoni, yeah, he's a big Toon fan. He was interviewed and they said, "Oh, is that right? You follow Newcastle United?" And he says, "Yes." He says, "I'm a huge fan of Newcastle United." So, yeah, brilliant, isn't it? Of all the, for considering the guy is originally South African, and he supports Newcastle United. Brilliant. See? But he says being a Newcastle supporter all his life, so big up to him. So obviously, maybe when he was growing up in South Africa or whatever, before he moved here, maybe he saw her on TV and thought, yeah, that's the team I'm going to support. But hey, we don't mind. Good news for us anyway. Right, guys and girls, I'm cutting the end of the show anyway because only doing a short one with it being the pre-match. And obviously people might want to get up and get themselves sorted out, whether they're going down the pub to watch the match or whether they're sitting in the house and having a few drinks or whatever, just to let you get yourself sorted out, ready for the game starting at 5 o'clock. But if you have liked what you see, please don't forget to smash the like. It does help the channel. If you're brand new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe. Come be part of the great community here. Also hit the bell notification. That tells you when I'm live. Have a pre-recorder on the upcoming shows as well. Trippier's on the right. Yeah, that's better again. I feel bad. I was wanting Draper to come back all game after watching. Tony, are you expanding tennis Wimbledon watch-alongs? No, I'm certainly not. No, I do not watch tennis. I do not. I just had a look just to see how he was getting on. That was all. Yeah, that's all. I was just seeing how well he was doing, or not well how not well he was doing. It was nice to see Southgate actually heaped praise on Trippier, by the way, when he said, "Look, Trippier's played well." He says, but not only is he played well, but on the pitch, he's constantly talking to all the players and telling them what they should be doing. And that's where the experience comes in. I know Carragher saying Trippier's been terrible. Well, I'm sorry, Carragher. You can just bugger off. I don't care what you've got to say, Jamie Carragher. It's all because Alexander Arnold's not in the team. But he thinks Trippier's been terrible all the way through. Nah, just take your red glasses off, will you? You idiot. Or turn the commentary sound off and tune into TT off and Matchday Live. Yeah, they're doing the watch along as well. Bad neck Tony after the Wimbledon watch along. God, you would have, wouldn't you? I don't know how people can sit there and watch it all game long, and I couldn't sit there for 3 hours watching a tennis match, to be honest with you. Harry Kane's not a captain. He's much charisma as a deck chair. Yeah, he's not the most talkative, is he? But at least Trippier's there and he does the business, Trippier. Anyway, guys, 2-1 England. Come on, England, you can do this. Let's get the semi-finals and, let's see what happens. But anyway, enjoy the game. Enjoy the game wherever you are. If you're going out to watch it or sitting at home having a few drinks, whatever. Enjoy the game. Until then, I will catch you all later. Come on, England.